Everyone knows that A-list love is never easy. But was Ashton Kutcher and Demi Moore's relationship doomed from the start?
Enough. They've been through too much. They clearly do awful things or are okay with doing awful things. Who am I to judge?
Cheated on her. They've been tweeting back and forth. She says that, she's the only one that has her own back.
So, can't tell that one either.
But now that Diddy's dark past is coming to haunt him, people are questioning Ashton.
Ashton Kutcher is back in the spotlight following his high-profile relationships and recent controversies, particularly regarding his connections with figures like Diddy. This has led to speculation about whether his ex-wife Demi Moore knew more about his tumultuous associations than she revealed, especially as scrutiny on his past intensifies. Their relationship, marked by a significant age difference, captivated the public when they married in 2005. At the time, Moore, a Hollywood icon 15 years older than Kutcher, was well established while he was just beginning to transition from his That 70s Show fame into film and television production. The shadows of their past continue to raise questions about hidden secrets in Kutcher's journey through Hollywood's elite.
Seems like you would be more interested in that, like Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher were before Ashton and his Diddy partying became a set. Like, there's a lot of stuff that's government-based going on. You got Ashton Kutcher in love with Mila Kunis on That 70s Show. Then they break up for absolutely no reason after he starts hanging out with Diddy. Then he marries Demi Moore, who drained him of all the adrenochrome she can, and apparently he replenished himself by doing inappropriate things with their daughters. I'm glad. I'm sure you're glad, like Bruce Willis has dementia right now.
Oh. Demi Moore has a wild movie out. I forgot what it's called, but I'll Google it. Yeah, The Substance.
He went right back to Mila, though. He went right back to where he wanted to be.
Age appropriate.
Not even age appropriate. Was that your Illuminati assignment?
Their marriage was characterized by public appearances, affectionate social media posts, and the blending of their families. Yet it was also marked by rumors and scandals. Kutcher faced multiple infidelity accusations, which Moore later addressed in her memoir Inside Out. The stress from these allegations, coupled with Moore's struggles with addiction and personal challenges, ultimately led to their split in 2011 and their divorce in 2013.
Yeah, this is sad, but I won't say shocking. Of course, there were allegations in September that he had, cheated on her. They've been tweeting back and forth. She says that, she's the only one that has her own back. He says, don't believe the hype. So she put out the statement, and it wasn't a joint statement. It was, I have decided to leave the marriage.
And that's different, because normally with a celebrity couple, you receive a joint statement.
Exactly. This one was very different. And she said that as a mother and as a wife, there are certain vows that she holds sacred. So you can read into that what you will.
And Logan, it's difficult.
It's definitely difficult, especially when you're in a fishbowl like they are.
But also, people are the age difference are playing in, and she was a bigger star than he was when they first got together. How does that all play in?
I mean, there are definitely challenges with big age gap relationships, two people in different stages of their life. Maybe the older person is less likely to be flexible, but in this case, we really didn't see that because his career thrived with her, and she had younger children at the time, so I don't get the sense that this is what this was about. I mean, I think that we were really rooting for them in the beginning to defy.
After his divorce from Moore, Kutcher rekindled his romance with Mila Kunis, his co-star from That 70s Show. The chemistry they shared on screen delighted fans when their relationship blossomed in real life. They began dating in 2012, got married in 2015, and have since welcomed 2 children together. Their relationship appears to be a story of redemption and true love, offering a stark contrast to the tumultuous end of Kutcher's previous marriage.
Attended Fairfax High School in Los Angeles at different times. And that's not all they have in common. Mila married her That 70s Show co-star Ashton Kutcher in 2015, and the couple have 2 kids together. The 43-year-old was previously married to the Ghost star from 2005 to 2013. There seems to be no bad blood between the actors as the ladies embrace their commonalities for the amusing ad. Last February, Mila revealed to Access Hollywood's Zuri Hall that she and Ashton were surprised that they fell in love so many years after their hit show.
What do you remember most about how that show changed your life?
I mean, I got my husband out of that show, right? So that's probably the most memorable thing.
What would young Mila have thought about that at the time? Would she have even believed it was your spark?
I joke about it, but my husband and I were two very different people.
Yeah.
15, 20 years ago when we reconnected 8 years ago. And anyone that ever tells you, oh, I saw this coming, is lying. This was not one of those things. So we're still at shock.
Amidst his personal life, Kutcher's friendship with Sean Diddy Combs has been a constant yet controversial aspect. The unlikely duo first met during the production of MTV's Punk'd, which Kutcher produced, and they frequently collaborated as guests on the show. Their relationship evolved beyond professional ties into a bond defined by shared interests, particularly their penchant for extravagant parties.
When did you first meet? I was doing Making the Band on MTV. He was doing Punk'd. Yeah. And I gave him a call one day and I said, I heard that you are going to punk me and I just don't think that's a good idea.
In addition to their date nights going on talk shows, we've also seen video clips of Ashton actually at these parties. Over the years, Ashton and Diddy have been seen at various events together. Diddy has spoken fondly of Ashton, describing their relationship as more than just an industry friendship. Ashton has also referenced their bond, although with a level of discretion, which it really comes down to the parties and the stories he doesn't want to retell. In an interview from 2019, Ashton was actually speaking about a Diddy party, saying, "There's a lot I can't tell." In the moment, people didn't really read into it, but now knowing what we know about these parties, who celebrity A is. Maybe the A stands for Ashton. He told this story on Hot Ones, so let's go ahead and react to it together.
Wow, okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. So, can't tell that one either. I mean, I'm like actually cycling through them.
Creepy.
There was one moment, so it's not really a party story, but our relationship was really bizarre. So it started over Punk'd, because he was like, yo, don't punk me. Can't punk me. And I was like,
I feel like this is actually his PR story. They totally have these PR stories they keep going to when they don't want to speak about what's really happening.
I don't know what to tell you. Everybody's on the table. He's like, not me, I'm off the table. And so that started our conversation. We became fast friends, and we used to just hang out, watch football.
Kutcher has frequently recounted his adventures with Diddy, describing lavish parties and high society events. However, these anecdotes take on a darker tone, particularly in light of Diddy's recent legal troubles.
Whatever, they're there. This era is Rat Pack. Oh, how depressing.
That's what I'm talking. That was hot. That was hot.
That was hot. Here's where it gets really weird and not hot. They're doing the Best Villain Award. Goldmember, Bullseye. These are awful. The girl from The Ring. She ends up winning. She has to come up. So after all this hot, weird Diddy and Ashton Kutcher, we have 13-year-old Demi Chase come up. It's just weird. It's weird, and it gets weirder. Oh yeah, with the two hot men. Here's the 13-year-old girl who won.
Hey! Oh my gosh, this so rocks!
This here's where it gets creepy.
I won the MTV Movie Award.
Coming to the after party tonight?
Yeah!
Still to come.
Are you coming to the after party? Yeah! Ew!
Diddy, a mogul renowned for his influence in music and fashion, has faced numerous allegations over the years, ranging from financial impropriety to serious criminal accusations, including sexual misconduct.
September 16th, 2024, music mogul Sean Diddy Combs was arrested in New York City and charged with racketeering, trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, and transportation to engage in relations for money. Prosecutors allege Diddy ran a criminal enterprise involving forced labor, kidnapping, and bribery. At the center of it all are so-called freak-offs, orchestrated erotic activities where Diddy allegedly directed men and women in X-rated performances. Many were said to be unknowingly filmed and blackmailed. Purportedly, victims, some underage, were controlled using threats, violence, narcotics, and money. Raids on Diddy's homes uncovered videos, firearms, and curiously, over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. Combs denies all charges, but if convicted, faces up to life in prison.
We are committed to bringing justice to everyone who's been victimized by the defendant.
I hit rock bottom.
Diddy's parties were legendary for their opulence and secrecy, attracting a host of celebrities, including Kutcher. These gatherings became known as playgrounds for the rich and famous.
You know the truth behind Diddy's freak-off parties? These parties were full of scantily clad women dancing around celebrities. From 2004 to 2009, Diddy's parties in the Hamptons attracted top celebrities, and even Reverend Al Sharpton made an appearance at one. But behind the glitz and glamour, these parties were hiding some dark secrets. Rumor has it that the parties were filled with barely dressed women, and Diddy allegedly used violence, threats, or coercion to force victims into sex trafficking with commercial sex workers. The parties were also reportedly flooded with illegal drugs, and Diddy even installed hidden cameras at the venue to maintain control over the victims. What's even more shocking is that the guest list for these parties was kept highly confidential, though it's rumored that big names like Jay-Z, Usher, Will Smith, Justin Bieber, Chris Brown, and the Kardashian family were regulars at Diddy's events. Now that Diddy is serving time at MDC as the case unfolds, many celebrities might be called to testify. If they were directly involved in the parties, they won't be witnesses. They could even face charges themselves. They either get indicted or...
Kutcher has referenced these parties in various interviews, often expressing a mix of nostalgia and caution. He hints at wild stories from those nights that he claims he can't share publicly.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I just heard about that. But you heard about the reports that Ashton Kutcher, he's worried that Diddy might lie on his friends? You heard about that?
But that's what I've been saying. I said, if the federal government wanted somebody more than they want Diddy, if he has some information about some people that they would rather have other than him, he's able to get that information to them. But they gotta want it. They gotta want it. And Ashton Kutcher and him they were real tight. One time me, him, Ashton Kutcher went to a Nets game and we met Jay-Z there. You know what I'm saying? So they were close, they was cool.
But you think Diddy would do something like that? Lie on other celebrities?
Well, why would it have to be a lie? Because if he get caught in, he gonna be as truthful as possible. You understand? He's gonna give them enough information, whereas that it's gonna make him look like the choir boy. So, Ashton Kutcher, he has a right to be kind of alarmed if he was doing things with Diddy.
This veil of secrecy has fueled rampant speculation about what truly transpired at Diddy's events. With Diddy's recent indictment and arrest, the spotlight has intensified on everyone connected to him, including Kutcher. The resurfacing of old interviews in which Kutcher hints at untold stories has further fueled curiosity, raising questions about his awareness and potential involvement in any illicit activity.
Ashton Kutcher sure is close to some very serious predators for a man who co-founded a non-profit that is supposed to protect children from trafficking and child SA. Do we think that Ashton Kutcher will write character letters for Diddy if he gets arrested and convicted of something?
We are aware of the pain that has been caused by the character letters that we wrote on behalf of Danny Masterson.
They seem a little too close for comfort.
Ashton Kutcher and Diddy are best friends. For decades, they've hung out, they've watched football together, and they've also partied hard every night and went on wild adventures. Actually, Ashton says that he has stories about Diddy that he can't ever tell. But now that Diddy's dark past is coming to haunt him, people are questioning Ashton Kutcher and what was he up to? I mean, he did support Danny Masterson, and he's known to befriend evil Hollywood influences. So maybe Ashton is just as bad as Diddy.
Kutcher's decision to publicly support his former co-star Danny Masterson has complicated his public image. Masterson was convicted of sexual assault, and during his trial, Kutcher and Kunis wrote character letters defending him, portraying him as a role model and trustworthy friend. This move faced widespread criticism for being out of touch and insensitive, especially in light of the serious charges against Masterson.
We are aware of the pain that has been caused by the character letters that we wrote on behalf of Danny Masterson.
We support victims. We have done this historically through our work and will continue to do so in the future.
A couple months ago, Danny's family reached out to us and they asked us to write character letters to represent the person that we knew for 25 years so that the judge could take that into full consideration relative to the sentencing.
The letters were not written to question the legitimacy of the judicial system or the validity of the jury's ruling.
They were intended for the judge to read. and not to undermine the testimony of the victims or re-traumatize them in any way. We would never want to do that. And we're sorry if that has taken place.
Our heart goes out to every single person who's ever been a victim of sexual assault, sexual abuse, or rape.
Their support for Masterson appeared particularly hypocritical, given Kutcher's role in founding Thorn, an organization dedicated to combating child trafficking and exploitation. The backlash was swift and severe, prompting Kutcher to step down from his position at Thorn to prevent further distractions from the organization's mission.
My job is as the chairman and the co-founder of Thorn. We build software to fight human trafficking and the sexual exploitation of children. And that's our core mission. My other day job is that of the father of two, a 2-month-old and a 2-year-old. And as part of that job that I take very seriously, I believe that it is my effort to defend their right to pursue happiness and to ensure a society and government that defends it as well. But the right to pursue happiness for so many is stripped away. It's raped. It's abused. It's taken by force, fraud, or coercion. It is sold for the momentary happiness of another. I've seen video content of a child that's the same age as mine being raped by an American man that was a sex tourist in Cambodia. And this child was so conditioned by her environment that she thought she was engaging in play.
The fallout from the Masterson scandal has been severe for both Kutcher and Kunis. Their carefully crafted public personas took a hit, and their subsequent apology video failed to quell the outrage. Critics dismissed the video as insincere and staged, suggesting it focused more on damage control than on genuine remorse.
Today I want to talk about the Danny Masterson case. It's something that's been in the news for a while now. Honestly, the whole thing is very depressing. I've seen quite a few people speak on it at this point, and it seems they all start their videos talking about how they were fans of this person and the show, That 70s Show. Yeah, sure, I watched it growing up. I'm a 90s kid. It was like part of what I would see after school, but like, it's hard to even think back on that time positively because I just feel like so gross. Like, this is why we can't have nice things. No matter what you were a part of, no matter what you do, I feel like there's gonna be some celebrity thing that comes out where these people are horrible. And then for me, I've said this in previous videos, if I find out the person is horrible, I can't support their art, anything they've ever been in. It just all grosses me out and I can't have anything to do with it. So like, even sitting here saying, oh, I used to watch, like, I feel cringe. It's very hard for me to even say that, but because it is so relevant for so many people, because it was a popular show, we're all kind of sitting here like disgusted at everything that's going on.
Amidst the backlash, rumors have emerged that the couple may be considering a move to Europe to escape the intense media scrutiny. While some view this as a necessary step for their family's well-being, others see it as an attempt to evade accountability. Public figures, including Mark Wahlberg, have criticized the potential move, suggesting it reflects poorly on their willingness to confront the consequences of their actions.
Ashton Kutcher has reacted to Mark Wahlberg slamming him and Mila Kunis for leaving America following the Diddy accusations. Ashton and Mila recently went viral after they revealed that they would be leaving the country to start a new life in Europe following the backlash the couple have received over the last few years, and specifically the backlash surrounding their association with Diddy they have been getting ever since he was arrested. Mark recently slammed them both for their decision to leave the country by leaving a comment underneath a post that said, "Only cowards walk away without a word." In his comment, he said, "This rings true right now. Some fans are disappointed by Ashton and Mila's decision to leave. They think leaving the country makes it seem like they're running away from the backlash instead of facing it head on. They think that they should have addressed the accusations more directly before making such a big move." Other fans are supporting Ashton and Mila, saying that they have the right to move wherever they want, especially if they feel like staying in America would be too stressful for their family. They say that they don't owe anyone an explanation and should do what's best for them. There are also fans who agree with Mark's criticism, saying that it looks bad for Ashton and Mila to leave the country while their name is tied to Diddy's controversy.
Many believe this is an attempt to escape the consequences of their close association with Diddy.
So there are now rumors that Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis are going to be breaking up amid all the stress and scandal of what's going on with P. Diddy. If you remember, Ashton was really really good friends with P. Diddy, and they did interviews together where Ashton talked about how much he loved going to Diddy's parties, but he did things there that he couldn't talk about. Also, there's a huge chance that Ashton is going to be called in to testify against Diddy, and they've even been seen taking their kids on separate vacations, so it kind of looks like maybe they're not doing so well, and this might be part of their separation. And I'm sure that we all still remember all the backlash that they got for writing the judge asking for leniency for their friend Danny Masterson after he'd been convicted of sexually assaulting multiple women. Anytime that we talk about Ashton, everybody always jumps to his defense and says, oh, he did work with that place for the human trafficking. You can build 1,000,000 bridges. Nobody's ever going to call you a bridge builder. But if all of your friends are perverts, weirdos, and human traffickers, there's something going on inside you. So we'll see how all that goes real soon.
Things don't look promising for Ashton or any other Hollywood celebrity for that matter. By the end of 2024, we may have actual names and evidence regarding who was aware of Diddy's crimes. Share your thoughts in the comments below. That's it for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more in-depth explorations of the story shaping entertainment. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.